Hello guys, welcome to my channel. 2.3 beta is finally out, so let's talk about it. Komano Manato is a fire A-rank Rupture agent. I know a lot of us wish this character to be an S rank, but it is what it is. At least his animations do look nice. Also, just as a heads up, these talent level up materials are a placeholder. You will not want electric mats at all. This will definitely be changed to fire, and also the other materials could change, so pre-farm it at your own risk. And with that out of the way, let's talk about his kit. But before that, I would like to let you know that when you're looking for a cheap, safe, and trusted digital marketplace for all things Zenless Zone Zero, U7Buy is the best choice. U7Buy offers unbeatable prices for top-ups in Zenless Zone Zero, up to 25% off, and still 10-50% cheaper than official platforms. And here's how easy it is to top up. Simply enter your account UID and server, and your top-up will be processed instantly. Join over 100 million satisfied customers worldwide and check out the 30+ positive reviews on Trustpilot. Want the best deals for your in-game top-ups? Click the link in the description or pinned comment below to save even more. And here's how you can save extra. When you're checking out, simply enter my discount code RAZOR to save an extra 3% on already low prices. U7Buy, your gateway to the best gaming top-up deals, fast delivery, and unbeatable prices. And now let's finally talk about his kit. We'll begin first with his core skill, specifically the core passive, so we'll have a better understanding of what he does. Komano will gain additional sheer force based on his max HP, with each point of max HP increasing his sheer force by 0.1, meaning if you have 10,000 HP, that will be 1,000 sheer force, for example. Also, all fire damage dealt by him will become sheer damage that ignores enemy defense, of course, and using sheer force as the skill damage multiplier. Also, whenever Manato uses his special attack or ignition, he will accumulate flame up to 100 points. What is ignition? That is part of his basic attack. We'll go over that very soon. And also, whenever you have at least 75 points of flame, he will enter ignited state until heat is depleted. And during ignited state, Manato's basic attack are enhanced and also be able to trigger his X special attacks. Also, within ignited state, Manato's sheer force is increased by 300% and critical damage increased by 20%. So it's very important that you get into this ignited state as often as possible so he can actually do damage. And also when he's in this ignited state, that's probably when you're gonna on-field him to do his basic attacks and his X special attacks, which will do probably significant amount of damage. As for additional ability, it's Rupture or Fire character within your team. Whenever Komano Manato HP decreases, increases the whole squad critical damage by 20% for 30 seconds. This is pretty decent, it's good, it's a nice buff for entire team. So now let's talk about ignition, what exactly ignition is. This is part of his basic attack. So during the activation phase of each basic attack, you can press the special attack to trigger ignition, and this attack will deal additional fire damage and restore 5% of max HP. Yes, he also has HP restoration within his kit, because Komano Manato, just like you've seen with his additional ability, he also wants to have his HP decreased. And how do you decrease his HP? Well, that comes with his assist. So specifically for the assist, if you look assist follow up, you'll be able to perform multiple slashes against enemies in front, dealing fire damage, of course. But if you repeatedly press the button, you'll be able to continuously slash enemies. And during continuous slashing, if Komano Manato HP is above 30%, 5% of his max HP to increase critical damage by 60% and also adrenaline recovery rate by 300%. Yes, he is a Rupture unit after all, and Rupture units have their own adrenaline thing. I mean, still basically like energy. And also I believe the assist follow-up, specifically his assist, has pretty good damage multipliers. However, the rest of his multipliers of the kit are not as impressive, and to me it seems his playstyle is basically doing these defensive assists with assist follow-up as much as possible, and then getting into ignition state to on-field him and do his main stuff on the field while he is within the ignited state. As for his special attack, it does restore lost HP to him whenever you perform the attack, so you also have some self-healing capabilities with his special attack as well. Unfortunately, there is no description for the X special attack, but you do have at least the X special attack multipliers here, and this is only available while you're within the ignited state. As for his chain attack, I believe it's nothing out of the ordinary, like nothing additional within it, or neither his ultimate. Here are its multipliers, feel free to read it when you see it, but just as a heads up, all of this stuff is of course subject to change, and the multipliers will very likely change as well. His dodge, nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. However, due to the nature of him being an A-rank character, I believe it's important to talk about his Mindscapes, because you will eventually get M6 of this character, so let's go over them. His Mindscape 1 will increase his maximum HP by 15%, and whenever Komano Manato HP drops below 50%, you'll recover 15% of max HP, and this effect can trigger once every 30 seconds, and while off-field, you'll also recover 1.5% of max HP per second, so this will definitely be useful, because maximum HP increase will also get you more sheer force. As for his Mindscape 2, while ignited, Komano Manato ignores 10% of target fire res. Ignited state, that's from his core passive ability, and also when off-field, he'll recover 1.5% of max HP per second. Yes, just like his Mindscape 1, you'll get even more max HP recovery per second. As for Mindscape 4, I believe his special attack will allow you to trigger his offensive assist straight from it, and for every 1% of Komano Manato HP reduced, offensive assist and basic attack damage increases by 0.3% up to maximum increase of 21%. I believe this is quite useful because it allows you to do his assist, and from my understanding, it should be this assist follow-up, which does quite a significant amount of damage, and in fact, we have another avenue how to trigger this outside of just defensive assists. And lastly, M6. When activating defensive assist, Komano Manato recovers 75 fire, and if in ignited state, also deals fire damage equal to 1000 of Komano Manato sheer force to the target. And also on top of that, it will increase your entire team damage by 15% for 15 seconds. I believe this M6 is quite useful because you're also gonna have another extra avenue how to get immediately into ignite state, plus a nice damage boost for your entire team. But as you notice with this character specifically, he's definitely designed to work well with the other newer S-rank agents, such as Yithari. She's an Ice Rupture DPS agent, of course, and also Lucia, Ether support, which also works for Ruptures. So effectively, Komano will be played within those type of teams. I'm not sure how good he's gonna be outside of those teams, because those teams also kinda benefit, because I believe Yithari gets also decibel generation rate depending on how much your entire team is consuming their own HP. So he will have an instant synergy with this character Yithari. Also, as a fun fact, Yithari used to be old model version of a character from Close Beta 1 called Lucia, the nun with the hammer. They effectively repurposed her into this character now. Meanwhile, this new support called Lucia has nothing to do technically with that old character nun that was called Lucia. Just heads up, smile. But nevertheless, I think Komano Manato is gonna have a place in the game, definitely with the new Rupture agents. I'm not sure if he's gonna end up like Pani Hu, where he's like, he can be put into the new Rupture team, but not necessarily as best in slot, and they're like other more desirable S-rankers down the line. But nevertheless, I think he's gonna be all right. As for the main carry potential or anything like that, I personally don't see it, but I'm sure some people will probably make it work. Of course, you also have his WV engine. It will increase his fire damage by 15% whenever his HP decreases, and also sheer force be increased by 10% for 5 seconds, specifically sheer damage. The advanced stat of this WV engine is 25% HP. This is obviously a good option for him, and you're definitely gonna use it on him. But yeah, overall with Komano Manato, I think he's gonna be a solid, decent option for the new S-rank Rupture agents. Also, as a heads up, you won't be able necessarily to play Komano Manato with Lighter plus the new Ice Rupture DPS agent, because Lighter additional ability does not have any Rupture agents. I believe Lighter additional is attack agent or same faction, which means his additional will not work. So unfortunately, if you do want to play Komano Manato with Lighter, you'd be forced to effectively run Lucy or Caesar, which is obviously not gonna be really ideal. I believe the best in slot team for Komano Manato is very likely gonna be Lucia plus this Yithari character. And speaking of Yithari or Lucia, I'll also have videos specifically dedicated to them, so feel free to subscribe to my channel so you'll be able to see them whenever they show up. Smile. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or like to add anything yourself, feel free to write it within the comments down below. I wish you a wonderful day, guys, and see you in the next video. Ciao.